Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Some people die at 25 and aren't buried until 75. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Lost time is never found again. It takes many good deeds to build a good reputation, and only one bad one to lose it. Energy and persistence conquer all things. He that is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. He that can have patience can have what he will. The Constitution only gives people the right to pursue happiness. You have to catch it yourself. If passion drives you, let reason hold the reins. Hide not your talents. They for use were made. What's a sundial in the shade? Wise men don't need advice. Fools won't take it. Money has never made man happy, nor will it. There is nothing in its nature to produce happiness. The more of it one has, the more one wants. Rebellion against tyrants is obedience to God. He that lives upon hope will die fasting. A house is not a home unless it contains food and fire for the mind as well as the body. I am for doing good to the poor, but I differ in opinion about the means. I think the best way of doing good to the poor is not making them easy in poverty, but leading or driving them out of it. At 20 years of age the will reigns, at 30 the wit, and at 40 the judgment. Guests, like fish, begin to smell after 3 days. We must, indeed, all hang together, or, most assuredly, we shall all hang separately. 3 can keep a secret, if 2 of them are dead. Whatever is begun in anger ends in shame. Either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. In this world nothing can be said to be certain, except death and taxes. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Diligence is the mother of good luck. Tricks and treachery are the practice of fools that don't have brains enough to be honest. When you're finished changing, you're finished. It is the working man who is the happy man. It is the idle man who is the miserable man. You may delay, but time will not. Experience keeps a dear school, but fools will learn in no other. When in doubt, don't. Never confuse motion with action. A man wrapped up in himself makes a very small bundle. To succeed, jump as quickly at opportunities as you do at conclusions. Well done is better than well said. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Life's tragedy is that we get old too soon and wise too late. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. Never leave that till tomorrow which you can do today. They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut afterwards. Where liberty is, there is my country. Honesty is the best policy. Half a truth is often a great lie. Being ignorant is not so much a shame as being unwilling to learn. Be at war with your vices, at peace with your neighbors, and let every new year find you a better man. A false friend and a shadow attend only while the sun shines. A place for everything, everything in its place. There are three things extremely hard: steal a diamond, and to know oneself. I didn't fail the test, I just found 100 ways to do it wrong. Do not fear mistakes. You will know failure. Continue to reach out. Without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom, and no such thing as public liberty without freedom of speech. God helps those who help themselves. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. There are 3 faithful friends: an old wife, an old dog, and ready money. There was never a good war or a bad peace. If you would be loved, love, and be lovable. He who falls in love with himself will have no rivals. If time be of all things the most precious, wasting time must be the greatest prodigality. Don't throw stones at your neighbors if your own windows are glass. Distrust and caution are the parents of security. Eat to please thyself, but dress to please others. God works wonders now and then. Behold a lawyer, an honest man. Having been poor is no shame, but being ashamed of it is. Many a man thinks he is buying pleasure, when he is really selling himself to it. Marriage is the most natural state of man, and the state in which you will find solid happiness. Speak ill of no man, but speak all the good you know of everybody. Genius without education is like silver in the mine. Who is rich? He that rejoices in his portion. Be slow in choosing a friend, slower in changing. Work as if you were to live 100 years. Pray as if you were to die tomorrow. It is easier to prevent bad habits than to break them. A life of leisure and a life of laziness are 2 things. There will be sleeping enough in the grave. It is the eye of other people that ruin us. If I were blind, I would want neither fine clothes, fine houses, or fine furniture. How few there are who have courage enough to own their faults, or resolution enough to mend them. Take time for all things. Great haste makes great waste. Time is money. He that would live in peace and at ease must not speak all he knows or all he sees. Rather go to bed without dinner than to rise in debt. Your net worth to the world is usually determined by what remains after your bad habits are subtracted from your good ones. Beware the hobby that eats. The worst wheel of the cart makes the most noise. An egg today is better than a hen tomorrow. A penny saved is a penny earned. Creditors have better memories than debtors. Right injuries in dust, benefits in marble. He that displays too often his wife and his wallet is in danger of having both of them borrowed. Words may show a man's wit, but actions his meaning. All mankind is divided into 3 classes: those that are immovable, those that are movable, and those that move. Anger is never without a reason, but seldom with a good one. Most people return small favors, acknowledge medium ones, and repay greater ones, with ingratitude. The doors of wisdom are never shut. He that sows thorns should never go barefoot. The eye of the master will do more work than both his hands. It is much easier to suppress a first desire than to satisfy those that follow. Necessity never made a good bargain. Applause waits on success. I conceive that the great part of the miseries of mankind are brought upon them by false estimates they have made of the value of things. If you would know the value of money, go and try to borrow some. Where there's marriage without love, there will be love without marriage. Fatigue is the best pillow. Wars are not paid for in wartime, the bill comes later. The way to see by faith is to shut the eye of reason.